Hi traders, I'm Luke from Disciplined Trader. As a lot of you will know, I've had a free trading journal available on my website for a number of years now, probably going up 4 or 5 years, and over that time the users of that journal have given me feedback and I've been able to improve and make bug fixes where needed, and that journal is now in a very robust and stable state and has been used by tens of thousands of people really, which is pretty mind-blowing. But over the last 3 months, I've wanted to build sort of a really decent trading journal where I can take into account all the feedback that I've had over the years of providing this free trading journal, and like I say, put all those thoughts into one place and build a trading journal that sort of suits everything that people have been asking for. So that can be further analysis in the form of graphs and things like this, more metrics on their trading, and just in general, maybe an easier to use journal. And like I say, over the last 3 months, that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been building. It's taken a while, but I feel like I've got to a position now where these journals are ready, and I want to show you them. So what I'm going to do, as always, the free journals that I've offered will always be free. They will be on the website for anyone that wants to use them. All you've got to do is head over to the disciplinedtrader.co.uk website, sign up for a free account on the website, and then you can go to the free journal section and you can download that. As always, like I say, they will always be free. But what I want to show you today, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare the two side by side so you can see where the improvements have been made, is show you these new journals. Just to interject, video editing Luke has realised that video recording Luke has missed some pertinent information. One being that you can download these new premium trading journals from the Disciplined Trader website, that's disciplinedtrader.co.uk. You can also get the free trading journals from the website too. You just need to create a free account on the website and head to the free trading journals section. The premium trading journals will cost $39.95, and you can buy these in any currency and the website will just handle the conversion for you. There's no need to be swapping to GBP or anything like that. I will also be giving away 3 versions of these new journals completely for free as a thank you to all my subscribers and journal users for the support over the years. I'll give you details on how to enter the journal giveaway at the end of the video. The giveaway entry period will be open for 7 days, and during this time, as an extended thank you, I'll be offering 25% off any premium journal purchases made within the initial 7 days. All you'll need to do is enter the discount code that you'll find in the description or pinned comment below this video. Back to video recorded Luke, and there's a few things that I want to go through as we progress. So, starting with the number of versions. Anybody who's used the free trading journal will know that there are 3 versions of that. We've got a spread betting version, we've got a shares version, and a lots version. And this new premium trading journal is similar, but there's an extra version. There's also a crypto version for anybody that wants to trade cryptocurrencies. Now, some of these versions you'll be able to use for more than just what they say. For example, with the lots version, you could pretty much trade anything you like on there. In a similar fashion to the free trading journal lots version, it's a little bit more manual than the other versions of the spreadsheets just because of the formulas involved. But we'll get to that and I'll show you. But just to start, the free trading journal has 3 versions and the premium one has 4. Now, the first big feature of this new premium journal is this dashboard feature that I've built. So as you can see here, what this aims to do is just give you a snapshot glimpse of what your trading performance is doing as it stands. So this will look at all the data that you've entered into your trading journal, and we'll get to the trade log in a second, and it will give you sort of these basic metrics around your trading. So you can see straight away there were no graphs really included on the free trading journal. We're getting a lot more visual feedback now from our trading results. Not only that, we've got new metrics like average trade time, the average hold time of the trade the trades that you're taking, P&L, account growth, achieved R multiple, risk to reward, your trade expectancy, and the usual stuff like total trades taken, winners, losers, and so on. But then again, on this page, we're getting a monthly account change percentage. So this is just a graph to give you a visual visual picture of how your account is changing month on month. You can see obviously the green bars represent a positive change for that account that month, and the red bars obviously a negative change. But that's just a good visual feedback to see how the account's doing. We've also got an equity graph over here in the bottom left corner, and then an account growth percentage on a per trade basis. So you can see per trade what has happened to the account as those trades have progressed, which again I think is a good way to see how the account is progressing. So that's the journal dashboard. There's nothing to do on this page. You don't need to feed any data to it. Like my previous journals, it all comes from one page. All the information is taken from one page. These are really simple journals to use. So that's the journal dashboard, and obviously on the free version we don't get that. The first page that we get on the free version is just the trade log. And you know, as always, like I said, this journal works really well. Over the years, I've made improvements and bug fixes to it, so it's a perfectly functional trading journal. If you're just getting into trading, I'd recommend that you download this trade journal for definite, because it's just a really useful tool to help you monitor what you're doing. You can keep notes, you can keep screenshots, you've got all the data there in one place. It's really helpful. But if you're a little bit more serious about trading now, this is what this new journal is. That's who that is aimed at. You've got past that sort of introductory phase of trading and you just want to take things a bit more seriously. This is going to give you more data and more useful information about your trading results. So that's the first difference. So obviously the second difference then is we've got a built-in position size calculator on the premium journals. These are nothing spectacular. Obviously they're free and available on the web if you do need them, so it's not like a revolutionary tool, but it's easy. It's nice to have it within the journal. And one thing that I've made sure to include is basically you need to obviously enter your account balance, but what this calculator will do is it will look for your current account balance based on the information that you've put into the journal. So from the trade log, like I say, we'll get to in a minute, your account balance you can see is in this column here, and this will update automatically as you progress through your trades, and it will keep a running balance of what your account balance is at for you. So what the position size calculator will do, it will just check to see what the current balance is, and it'll let you know there. Just for ease of use really, so you don't have to keep flicking between the tabs. You can just come to this page, this calculator. You can see that your balance is 33565, enter that in, and away you go. Then obviously you just enter your entry price, let's say 14523. We're going to get out at 145. Oops. We're going to get out at 1.4500, and we're going to take profit at 1.4580. We want to risk 2% of our account, so we know that if we were spread betting, because this is the spread bet version, that we'd need to enter £29.19 per point. Now, this is where the first differences come between the versions. So if we jump over to the shares version, for example, the position size calculator for this is a little different. It will tell you the number of shares that you need to trade and how much capital you'll need to trade those shares rather than a spread bet value. The crypto version will tell you the amount of crypto that you need to trade for the market that you're looking at. And then as before, the lots version doesn't have a calculator just because it's not really doable to build it into a spreadsheet like this. It needs to know the prices. This is due to a lot value changing based on what market you are trading. So it's difficult to build that information into a spreadsheet without having the user constantly updating what the current prices are. That would be tedious. So what I've done on this version is I've just built in a link. You can click this button and you can see it'll take you to my FX book forex calculators to calculate your position size. It's a very good calculator and it's there if you need it. So yeah, the new premium ones have this built in, whereas again, like I said, the free versions, they don't have a calculator built in. But like I said, they are readily available on the web for free should you need one. And then moving on then to the trade log itself. Now, if you've used the free versions in the past, you'll know that these trade logs are very easy to use. The new premium journals use a very similar trade log. You can see there are similarities in the data that you input is done in a similar way. So we've got, like I said, the entry date, the entry type. I'll get onto why this is important in a second. The market direction, your entry price, your position size, and then your stop loss levels, your actual exit level, and then the time and date that you exit. any costs, and then over here we've just got some like records that you can keep. So as you progress through the journal, it will populate these boxes for you so that you can add screenshots to them, a before and after screenshot, which is really helpful. A discipline rating, which you can sort of score how you've managed the trade as you progress. Any trade notes you want to keep, and then the deposit and withdrawal column I'll come to. So this is obviously very similar to the, like I said, the free versions. If you used this before, this is completed in exactly the same way, and yeah, it's just an easy way to record all your data. Now, the information that these journals give you, this is all the information that you will ever need to fill in. You don't need to, you don't need to mess around on different tabs, fill in information here, there, and everywhere. You just fill in this particular page as you progress. So on the free versions, everything here is just manually input. You just type everything in. And what this has caused over the years is I've had a few emails where people have got stuck because they've not realized they've misentered something into one of these cells. And because of how the formulas are written, you need to be exact with what you're writing, and that's caused problems. So what I've done with the premium ones, where possible, I've actually changed these to drop downs. So these will ensure that you are making the correct inputs into these cells. This makes it much easier. So rather than, some people might write buy instead of long, and then if the formula's looking for the word long and it's a buy in here, then it's going to break the formula. So this won't happen now. This is a much more robust way of entering into these cells. The next thing I want to show you on this premium journal is that a lot of people have asked me, how do I scale in and out of trades? Now on the free version, this just isn't possible. There's no functionality within this journal to say that this trade has 2 portions or 3 portions, or you scaled in or you scaled out. The only way around it that we've had so far is, for example, if we were looking at this trade, we would have to enter another trade and then say change that to £2 a point and make the next one £3 a point. But the journal will think that you've had 2 trades there, when in reality it's the same trade, it's just got 2 portions. So it's not great. I mean, obviously it works to an extent. If you're not bothered about it counting it as 2 trades, then that doesn't matter. But what I've managed to do in the premium journal is fix that issue completely. So as you can see here at the bottom of the journal, we've got a trade on the Swiss dollar market. We've got long, say we entered at the same values. And so the total trade value is £2 a point because we've got these 2 entries here. So when you're entering your second portion, say you're scaling in at another price or you want to exit at another price, you use this function here, scale in and out. So what the journal will do, it will see that you've used the scale in and out entry type, and it will count both of these entries as 1 trade only. So it won't think that these are 2 separate trades now. It knows that they're 1 trade. And what it will do when it's calculating whether this is a winning or a losing trade, it will add up the net profits for both of these portions. And if this equals a plus, then it's obviously a winner. And if this equals a negative, then obviously it's a loser, or a break even if it's 0. So to give you an example, you can see, let me change this to, so both of these trades are entered on the 1st of July 2022. I know we're not there yet, but just for demonstration purposes, we've got both of these portions entered at 1.2, exactly the same stop loss levels, but this one we're targeting 1.5. Let's say we actually reach 1.5 on the actual exit price. You can see that we get an R multiple rating, so the first trade is 2R and the second trade is 1R, but you can see that these have separate net profits as well. The first portion makes us 2,000 and the second portion makes us 3,000. So like I say, in the free version, the journal will see it as 2 separate trades. But if we jump over to the trade summary page, and I will cover this in greater detail in a second, but you can see if we jump to July 2022, it only thinks we've taken 1 trade, and it thinks that 1 trade was a winner that resulted in a £5,000 profit. And if we go back to our trade log, we can see that we've got 2 entries in July, and these 2 entries do add up to £5,000, but it's no longer seeing it as 2 separate trades. So this works really well. And obviously this can work the other way around. You could change this so that it's the take profit is both 1.4, but instead you actually got in at 1.1950. So you've got 2 entry prices because you've scaled in rather than scaling out. And so again, that will change the profit, obviously because you've scaled in a little bit lower down. And it will work exactly the same way. it knows that it's the same trade even though you scaled in at different prices, but it will know how to treat those scales. And you can have as many of these as you like. If you have 10 scale in portions, you can set 10 scale in portions. The only thing that you need to make sure when using this is that the trade that you're scaling into has all its scales directly below it. So for example, if I enter now another trade and then I realize I want to scale into this initial one again, it would think I would scale into the trade above. What I'll do is there will be specific walkthroughs for each versions of these premium journals that you can go and watch after this. And like I said, I'll walk you through exactly how to use them all. There'll also be a tutorial playlist for this. So if you want to use these journals and are thinking that they might be a little bit complicated, I promise you they're not. And like I say, for any questions that you have, there will be specific tutorial videos, which I'll show you a little bit later. So moving on from that, we now have a scale in and scale out feature, which is really cool. The next thing I wanted to mention was the free trading journals don't have any way of recording ongoing deposits and withdrawals, which has been a little bit annoying. The only way around it we've got currently is just to enter the date and time, and then just in the account balance enter what your new balance would be. And it's a little bit of a clunky way of reporting, you know, whether that your account balance has changed. It's difficult to see what the withdrawal or what the deposit was. So in the new ones, I've fixed this again. So if we go back over to this, you can see that if we want to make a deposit, all we need to do is enter the date and time in the date and time field. And then from our entry type, we just select either deposit or withdrawal. And then we can ignore the rest of the trade entry fields. And we can go straight to the withdrawal or deposit column and just enter with the figure that we're withdrawing or deposit to our account. And what this will do, if I enter one on our future date of the 1st of July 2022, let's say I'm going to make a withdrawal of £1,000, then what this will do is you can see obviously from the log that we've got a withdrawal there, so you can always visually come and check what that withdrawal was, but the running account balance will now be changed as well for you. So you can see that from the last trade that we took, the account was standing at 33,715. We've withdrawn £1,000, so this has obviously taken us down to 32,000. So that is a much easier way and much more functional way of recording your withdrawals and deposits within this journal as well. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is the trade summary tab. And this has been completely revamped from the original free trading journals. If you've used the free trading journals already, you'll be familiar with this tab. Again, all the data that's calculated within this tab is sucked from this trade log tab. These journals, like I say, are super easy to use. You just enter data into this tab and the rest of it is done for you. So the trade summary tab on the free trading journals give you lots of basic information like your average winning trade, losing trade, total costs, total P&L, return on investment, and your risk to reward. And then on the right hand side, this is broken down into monthly results that you can change by just changing the year up here. You can see we've got no trades in 2020 on this trade, but you just basically just type the year in and it will show you the monthly breakdowns. Obviously we're just getting the one trade because there's only one trade recorded in this at the moment. But this has worked really well. A lot of people have liked this feature, and yeah, like I said, this is at a point now where it all works pretty much as it should, as long as you enter the data correctly. So what I've done on the new trade summary page is just expand on this really. We now have more information on this page, and I do have ideas for future improvements to this page as well. But essentially, we've got all the usual data, and then we've got things like, so we've got trade expectancy on this page, we've got our R multiple that we've planned to make, and then the R multiple that we've actually achieved. This is just because this can be different from time to time. For example, you could aim to get out at 1.4, but actually you get out at 1.390. So you can see that our planned R on this trade was 2.0, but our actual achieved was 1.9. There are lots of scenarios in trading where this can happen, so it's good to know what the planned was and what the actual achieved was, I think. And then obviously a new feature of this journal is the tracking of time on the trades. So now we have an average hold time for total trades, average hold time for losing trades, and an average, losing trades and winning trades. And I missed on the trading log that this will actually show you the trade duration now. So whereas the free journal didn't do this, this will count the days, hours, and minutes that you're in these trades, which is good to know. A lot of people have asked for this feature, so that's now built into the journal. And all you have to do is enter the date and time that you entered it, and enter the day and time that you exit these trades, and that will be calculated for you. So going back to the trade summary page, again, we've got the total deposits and withdrawals and a discipline rating. And as with the free journals, this is broken down into a month-by-month basis on the right-hand side that can be changed by changing the year. This is done with a drop-down this time, to make this a little bit more easier. And you can see where the deposits and withdrawals were made in what months, for example. You get an average discipline rating for each month. You can see how many trades you've entered, and again, all the metrics for those trades on a month-by-month basis, which I think is really good, because you could identify months where you've not performed so well, and you can go back to those months and just say, well, was this just market conditions? Was this poor trading on my part? This really helps you narrow down where the problems in your trading might be, or where you're excelling in certain points, and you can go and look at these trades in further detail. This is what these journals allow you to do. So yeah, I'm really happy with how the trade summary page has developed now, and again, I do have more ideas for further development on this, which with these premium journals I'm going to do. There's going to be more development with these. I want to work with people that use these journals and build features that people want included within the journals. So to carry on with the comparison, this is where the free journals end. So we've got the trade log and we've got the trade summary. And like I say, if you're just starting trading, this is a brilliant point to start with. There's not information overload. There's enough to get you used to journaling your trades and trying to figure out where your weak points in your trading are. This will do this just fine. For people who want a little bit more than this, what I've done in this is built in a graph analysis page. So this will give us even more information than we've already got on the trade summary page, but in a more visual way. So we've got an hourly breakdown up here to show you basically what your P&L looks like on an hour by hour basis. Now, as this stands, this just looks at your overall trades. But what I'm thinking I can do with this feature is I can break this down into specific markets and at specific times. So over on the right hand side here, I'm thinking that I'll be able to build in a feature where you can sort of filter what information is shown in this. So like I say, restrict it by markets and filter it by particular time periods, so a particular month or a particular year. That would be a feature I would like to build into this, but as it stands, it just gives you your overall hour by hour analysis. And then we've got 5 graphs below this, overall profit and loss per hour. So this is sort of similar information, but in graphical form. A monthly account change. This will include deposits and withdrawals. No, sorry, this won't include deposits and withdrawals, because this is just looking at your profit and loss. We've got a trade duration versus result. So this is a scatter graph to show you the duration on the x-axis and the result on the y-axis. So you could potentially tell from a graph like this that the longer I'm in a trade, usually the more successful it is. So that can just give you, again, it's more information to arm yourself with when you're trading. If you're watching a trade and thinking this is starting to draw on a little bit, this graph might tell you, well, possibly that's a good thing, because the ones that actually take longer tend to win more. It's just information that will benefit you in the long run. And then similar to the dashboard page, we've got the account growth percentage per trade. So this is a per trade basis, and then just an end of month equity graph. So this is the graph that will include your deposits and withdrawals as you go, because if it didn't, this would be showing a different equity to the actual equity that's in your account. So some of these big spikes, you might think, oh, that was a good month, but that might be a good month because you deposited an extra £5,000, for example. But that's why you have an account growth percentage per trade showing profit and loss, and then an equity graph for knowing actually where your equity's at. So yeah, and again, I would be open to suggestions on this graph analysis page. If there's other graphs that people want to see on this page, I'll be more than happy to look at implementing some more information on this page if that's what people want. That's the whole point of these premium trading journals, is I want to build something that people really want to use. And what I've done is I've taken all the suggestions I've had over the last few years and really tried to build sort of one Really in-depth and useful trading journal that meets the needs of all the people that I've spoken to over the years. The last tab on this journal is just a journal variables tab. You don't really need to worry about this too much. The journal inputs is just exactly what you can see. This just refers to, on the trade log, these inputs over here. You really don't need to use this at all. The trade journal years, all you need to do in this table is just enter the years that you actually use the journal for. So I've entered 2020, 2021, and 2022, and this just enables me on the trade summary tab to see these years. For example, you can see in the trade log I've got 2022 trades logged. If I was to delete this from this table, it's not going to let me. I'll unprotect it. Delete this from this table, go back to the trade summary tab, and change this to 2021. You can see 2022 has now disappeared. So that's basically all this table does, is it just shows you the years that you've been trading. So you just need to populate this as and when you enter trades on those years. The last table over here is the markets that you trade. So again, this goes back to this drop down here. All these markets that you can pick from, this comes from this table over here. And with the spread bet version, this is the most complicated out of them all. I'll show you on other versions. For example, on the shares version, you just need to enter the market name so that you can pick it from the drop down menu. But the spread bet version, it uses this decimal place to calculate where the pip change is. So for example, on the US dollar JPY market, the market price might look something like 132.123, and the pip change is on that third decimal place, that number 3. But on the dollar Swiss, for example, the price might look something like 1.1122, and the pip change takes place on that fourth decimal place, that 2. So this table just wants to know where the single pip change comes, what decimal place. So again, if you're used to trading forex or things in a spread betting type way, you will know this, and you can just enter these details into this table. And if you get stuck, there is support on hand for these journals, so we can always help. So that pretty much covers these new trading journals. There's a couple of extra features I want to mention, is that all of these journals, well, all of the free journals are password protected. Anyone that's used this will know this. This is just to ensure that these journals work as they should. With all the formulas that are in these journals, they're very easy to break, and I don't want the journals breaking, getting people emailing me, asking me to fix their journals. That's not why I provided them for free. I provided them for free because I knew I'd built them, they work in the format that they're in the build that they're in. That's why they're password protected. And that's how they will stay, because it just means that I know that they're working. With the premium journals, because there's going to be ongoing support, which I'll show you in a second, they are protected, but they're not password protected. So I recommend that you keep them protected if you are going to use them, because it just stops you accidentally changing the formulas, but they're not password protected. So if you are comfortable with using Excel, or you want to customize these to your liking, colors wise, cosmetics wise, whatever, you can do so. They're not, like I said, they're not password protected, so you can change these if necessary. And like I said, there will be support on hand if you need it. Another thing I want to mention is that, as I've already alluded to, these new premium journals will be updated sort of semi-regularly if needed. They're obviously brand new at the moment, so I would expect the users that start using these to find a couple of bugs here and there, and I will definitely get those bugs ironed out as fast as I can straight away. But actually ongoing, if we have suggestions come up that I think will really add to the usability of these journals, then I'll build that into them, and that will be included as always. There'll be no extra fees for upgrading these journals. If you purchase this journal, you'll get a lifetime license to it, and it'll be yours to keep forever. The support that you get will be there forever, and any ongoing upgrades to this journal will be included within that price. So like I said, the free journals, they won't be updated. These are built, they're finished, they're out there, they have been for a few years now. This is what they look like, but it's there if you want it to use it, by all means. And that pretty much covers these journals. So I'm really excited about them. I'm really proud of how they've come out. I think they'll be really helpful to a lot of people. If you have any further questions, by all means drop a comment below. I'll happily get back to anybody. But let me show you the support that comes with these journals as well. Okay, so jumping over to the community section of the Disciplined Trader website, this is completely brand new. This is purely for the Premium Journal members. And basically what this aims to do is provide support to those people who buy the journal if they need it. So essentially, if you run into any problems, you'll be able to come to this community section of the website and get all the help that you need. So you'll start here. There's just some information on how the community works. And then the Premium Journal section, you can see it on the left hand side. Again, just some basic information about the journals. Any announcements that I make about upcoming bug fixes or improvements will be made in the announcements section. We have a tutorial section for it, which covers everything you need to know about the journals. All these little tabs here you can see are specific short video tutorials for the journals, and this is all included obviously with the purchase of the journal. So if you ever need to know how to do something, forget how to do something, or maybe it's not working quite right, you can come find the relevant tutorial that you need, and there'll be a short video in there of me showing you how to do that particular thing. We have a Q&A section if you just have any general questions about the journal. We have a suggestion space for making potential improvements. All you need to do is just make posts within these space, and that I will get back to you straight away. And then obviously we have a report a bug section as well for any things that you find within the journal. So you can see the first one that I've posted is the longest winning streak and losing streak on the monthly breakdown. Not working quite properly. It doesn't at the moment count the longest winning streaks and losing streaks on a month-by-month basis particularly well, but I am working on fixing that, and I can keep you updated in the announcements tab with any of these fixes or improvements. And then there's just some other spaces in here as well for general discussions, video suggestions for the channel, and an Ask a Disciplined Trader section for a potential semi-regular Q&A video that I'd like to make for people on the YouTube channel. And what I'll do is I'll take questions from the Premium Journal members, who will also most likely be subscribers of the channel as well. And if you've got specific questions about trading or anything really to do with trading, pop them in here. Once I've got a few, I'll make a Q&A video for the YouTube channel, and I'll give you a good video breakdown of the questions that you've asked. And so yeah, that covers pretty much the community section of the Disciplined Trader website. This is something that I want to build upon. And I think providing something like the Premium Journal is a good place to start for something like this. Hence why the Premium Journal members will be the first to get access to this. Anybody who downloads the free journal will just get access to the course on the website. So when you come to the website, all you need to do is there'll be a signing button in the top corner. Can't see that at the moment because I'm signed in. And then once you've done that, you can head over to the course section, hit the free Trading Journal course, and your free Trading Journal will be in there. There's nothing to pay. Everything's completely free. You will have to enter an email in order to sign up, obviously, but if you don't want to receive any emails, which I'd never ever send emails anywhere, barely ever, then you can just opt out of that if you wanted. And if you really don't want your account on there, you can just download the journal and then delete your account if needed. It's up to you. But yeah, that pretty much covers these brand new trading journals. There will be obviously a section for the new trading journal on the all courses section. It's not launched yet just because I'm doing all the videos for it, but it will just be here in the all courses section. There'll also be a bit on the main homepage just below. I'll put a bit about the premium journals as well in there. So to enter the giveaway for the 3 free premium trading journals, all you need to do is make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment down below so that I know you want to be entered into the draw. The draw will be open for 7 days from the upload date on this video. What I will do at the end of the 7 days is make a short video showing the winners from the giveaway. If by chance one of the winners has already purchased the journal, then what I'll do is I'll refund you the cost of the journal, so you have essentially got it for free. So if you still want to buy the journal now and enter the competition, you can do so. Like I say, you'll just get a refund for your journal if you are a giveaway winner. And like I say, if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I really hope you like these journals. I'm really looking forward to getting them out there and see what you all think of them. Like I say, it's took me 3 months to build these journals, so they're well tested, they're well built. I've had to learn a lot of Excel in order to do this, so yeah, I really do hope you like using them. And like I say, hopefully we can improve these journals together and make them the best trading journal out there. So the journals will cost $39.95, so 40 quid pretty much. They'll be available on the website. Check them out if you want to. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.